Howdy, hey everyone. You can call me Little Yoga Man, and a couple of months ago I posted a video where I turned 4 of the 11 Ultra Beasts, excluding the Light Trio, into ordinary Pokemon. As of the moment, it is my most popular video with almost 5,000 views. So, I'm back at it with 4 more Ultra Beasts. The whole reason I ended up making the video in the first place is because I kept seeing people say that the Ultra Beasts were too weird to be Pokemon, even though that's the whole point. They're interdimensional aliens all the way from Ultra Space. When you look at media interpretations of aliens, they look nothing like anything you'd see on Earth. Oh well, makes for a fun challenge. Mind you, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the Ultra Beasts, they're actually some of my favorite designs. They're just different, that's all. The first design for today is Buzzwole. Aside from Blacephalon, Buzzwole is probably my favorite Ultra Beasts. The colors go really well together, the Biko motif is really well executed, and the whole Buzzwole in the anime is hilarious, even if the shiny leaves much to be desired. So, if you've already noticed, this design is going to be changing a lot. Like, even more than the Guzzlord from the previous episode. I mean, I'm changing everything about it. The face, the structure, even the Guzzlord from the previous video was, at least, had a kind of similar body plan to regular Guzzlord. This one is nothing at all similar. But, oh well, I guess we'll have to find out why in a couple minutes. I'm sorry. Yeah, just giving it more of, Buzzwole's patterns, and eventually, you'll see in a minute, the same colors. But, you look at the face, he's just a sleepy little guy, sleepy little boy. Yeah, nothing else much to it. He's just a sleepy guy that flies a lot. Like I said, just adding Buzzwole's colors. This bit is a bit odd because the outline was still there. Fix it eventually, though. See? But at the end of, the English is hard. I'm sorry. Anyways, say hello to Buzzwole, the bulbous Pokemon. These Pokemon drain the blood from other Pokemon to power their strong wings. The wings have to work constantly, though, because it never touches the ground in fear of predators. This causes Buzzwole to exhaust quickly. Now, the astute among you have realized that this looks nothing like the original big buff bug that we all know and love. That was intentional. Both Buzzwole and its counterpart, Pheromosa, are juxtapositions of the real-life bugs they're based on. Mosquitoes are usually weak, so Buzzwole is big and strong. Cockroaches are usually ugly, so Pheromosa is beautiful. However, that was when they were Ultra Beasts. Today, I'm turning their designs on their heads, so it makes more sense as regular Pokemon. So instead, Buzzwole is now weak, and Pheromosa, well, we get there when we get there. I also noticed that while real mosquitoes have wings and can fly, Buzzwole has wings but doesn't fly. So instead, I redesigned Buzzwole flies all the time, never resting in fear of predators below, explaining the baggy, tired-looking eyes. It's also opposite of Buzzwole's whole personality. Buzzwole is a brave and narcissistic, while the new Buzzwole is a humble coward. Since I mentioned Pheromosa earlier, we might as well do them now. I mentioned that Buzzwole and Pheromosa are counterparts. They are version exclusive, with Buzzwole only being available in Sun, while Pheromosa is only available in Moon. They share the fighting bug type, they're extremely humanoid, Buzzwole is very masculine, while Pheromosa is incredibly feminine. Buzzwole has a lot of black on it, while Pheromosa has a lot of white, etc. Hey, so you remember, like, 30 seconds ago when I was talking about how Pheromosa and Buzzwole are whole different things? And I said, oh, Buzzwole is strong, so now it's gonna be weak. Yeah, that's teasing, so that the new Pheromosa is gonna be, well, let's just gonna say it's gonna look a bit more like a regular cockroach. Big, droopy antenna and, ragged, torn wings, tired-looking eyes. So it actually looks more like an actual bug, instead of, like, just a supermodel, which, fair, weird, but, like I said earlier, that's the whole point of the Ultra Beasts. I'm giving it more, well, I'm gonna mention this later, but I'm giving it more, bug-like limbs, instead of the extremely humanoid limbs. which even for Ultra Beast was like really weird if it's a bug. Oh well, I think it's just best not to delve into it. The line art was a bit difficult because the wings overlap all the time. Also, interesting thing I noticed is that regular Pheromosa has this same, like, its main body color is just white. It's not even like very light gray. No, I color like I don't remember what it's called. It stole the color, but it's pure white. Here is Pheromosa, the grimy Pokemon. These Pokemon are treated as pests in many cities and use their intense speed to outrun people. They sometimes use their powerful pheromones to mess with people's heads and make them think it's a more attractive Pokemon. Like I said, Buzzwole and Pheromosa are counterparts, so it's going to return to their regular nature of real-life counterparts, like I mentioned in the drawing bit. So, since Ultra Pheromosa is very beautiful, redesigned Pheromosa is less attractive. It has actual bug legs and arms instead of the weird human arms and legs, like I mentioned in the drawing thing again. Also, if Pheromosa's wings come out of her head instead of the body, that means that they resemble hair. So the holes in the wings and the droopy antenna resemble matted, wiry hair, and just like the redesigned Buzzwole, has eye bag looking patterns. I also simplified the dress looking body type to just 2 segments to simplify it. Another Ultra Beast I got a lot of requests for is Poipole and Naganadel? Naganadel? I'm just gonna call it Naganadel. But this isn't about them yet. First up is Poipole and oh my goodness, he's adorable. Just look at the little guy. Poipole is one of, if not the only, Ultra Beast that looks like a regular Pokemon, for the sole reason of it looks like a friend. Heck, the art director of Pokemon himself, Ken Sugimori, said that the reason Pokemon look like Pokemon is because he makes them look like friends. Even the most edgy and hardcore Pokemon have something cute or goofy to tone it down, like Zekrome's huge disproportionate tail or Garchomp's weird head things. Sometimes that thing is simply smoothing out sharp edges. However, the Ultra Beasts don't have that cute or goofy element. That's what makes them so out of place. Many of them even lack faces, so they just seem emotionless. All except Poipole. Anyways, let's hop into the design. So, the interesting thing about Poipole is that its head is going to remain pretty much the same, but the body is going to be, like, entirely different. If you notice in the bottom right corner, there's actually already a design for Poipole redesign, but that's the previous design that I forgot to record, so we're not using that one. Besides, I like this one better. Yeah, its head mostly just looks the same, just with a few different patterns and only 1 needle instead of 3. The line work, the line work is pretty much just doing patterns and then circles for the little feetsies. But yeah, there's some needles which make it look more, like specific, caterpillars. And for the colors, I'm just gonna be adding Poipole's colors, if not just with a little bit more pink, so that it has a little more color variety. I wish that the eyes could be a little more blue, but I had to give it a pupil or else it would look really alien, which is the whole point of this video. Make it look less alien. Anyways, say hello to Poipole, the glue Pokemon. The silk this Pokemon excretes from its mouth and horn are highly toxic and extremely sticky. Humans have cultivated and boiled the poison out of their silk for a long time. Oh goodness gracious, I can already hear the clickety-clack of keyboards of people saying, "If you make it a bug type, why is it not bug dragon?" To that I say, be patient. So Naganadel has this whole wasp motif going on, so it made sense to tack on the bug type. Poipole itself is a little larva baby, akin to Caterpie, Swaddle, and the like. Also, Poipole's dex entry says that it makes glue. Well, there is a real species of ant that actually uses the silk from their larva as glue to hold their nest together. It also has spines on its back, like some poisonous marth larvae, alluding to its evolution. While neither of these are wasp larvae, it still seems worth mentioning. Finally, I'm going to be redesigning Naganadel. Like Poipole, I'm going to give Naganadel the bug type, but I'm also going to give it the dragon type, making it the first ever bug and dragon type. But unlike Poipole, it doesn't look as natural Pokemon looking. However, it's actually going to change the least. So, its body plan is going to stay fairly the same. The thing that's really going to change the most are the arms. They're not going to be these weird dragon, almost Charizard looking arms. They're going to be actual insect arms, but I didn't make it as obvious that's what they are in the final design. Unfortunate. I also gave it legs because I thought it's weird that it only has 2 limbs, and I changed that. I'm also, right here I'm fixing up the pose, and even though I'm doing the line work right now, it doesn't really look that great. I tried fixing it so it looks a little off from the thick, basic lines that I did. But, yeah. It has a big stinger. I changed the pattern on the abdomen to look different, I guess. It's gonna have similar colors to Poipole, but the pink is gonna be more of a hot pink reddish color than pink. Also, the eyes are really unsettling, so I'm gonna change that in the final design. Say hello to Naganadel, the stinger Pokemon. These Pokemon live in large hives. The honey they produce is highly toxic to all people and Pokemon except for themselves. This redesign is, like I said, not changing much because it already looks like a real animal, a wasp. Only really changing the wings, head, arms, and some of the patterns. But personally, I don't like it as much as the original. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the face, it's probably the eyes, the pose, the arms, the wings, who knows. Maybe this is what you get when you mess with perfection. At least it has a cool new type combo. And that is it for now. What you think? Do you like some of these more than the originals, or vice versa? Let me know. Also, just now noticing this, but since I changed Poipole and Naganadel to bug types, this is an all bug type episode. How cool is that? Personally, I really like most of these designs. But what do you think? And who knows, there's still 3 more Ultra Beasts I have yet to do. If this video does as good as the last one, I'll make a part 3. But for now, this is goodbye. See ya, and stay safe.